Guys, everyone, Jackson needs to finish on the line. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the field for the coin toss presented by U.S. Army General Retired Peter J. Schoonmaker, the 35th Chief of Staff of the Army and 5th Commander-in-Chief of U.S. Special Operations Command. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Military Appreciation Night at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex, home of your #1 ranked University of Tampa Spartans. A special welcome to all former and currently serving members of the United States Armed Forces and their families. Tonight, the Spartans welcome the Florida Tech Panther. At this time, would you direct your attention to the field, rise and remove your caps for the presentation of our nation's colors by the combined University of Tampa and Florida Tech Army ROTC Color Guard.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
First Star-Spangled Banner was performed by UTampa on the ROTC cadet and video music Fire Parking Lot. Here are tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the Panthers of Florida Tech, who win tonight's game with a record of 4-4. Defender is number
Let's go,
5.
baby. Throw your punches.
Forward is number 12, Carter Batt. Midfielder is number 18, Andrew Valenti. Attacker is number 22, Gavin Stetcher. Midfielder is number 33, Gavin Wessel. Defender is number 55, J.R. Radu. Attacker is number 76, Joe Kovaleski. Defender is number 92, Grant Miner. And goal is number 37, Jackson Francisco. And now for your University of Tampa Spartans.
Yeah, baby.
Attacker is number 4, Ryan Kemp. Midfielder is number 6, AJ Pascarella. Midfielder is number 8, John Ratura. Attacker number 13, Jackson Bashaw. Attacker number 20, Davis Lindsay. Midfielder number 22, Conley Stone. Defender number 33, Jack Huntington. Defender number
Good evening from the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. This evening, the number 1 ranked Tampa Spartans playing host to Florida Tech, a Sunshine State Conference rival. I am Bruce Wozniak here to call the action for you between UTampa, who is 9-0, and Florida Tech, who comes in having won their last 2. They are 4-4 on the season. And this is Military Appreciation Night here at the game. The UTampa and Florida Tech Army ROTC presented the colors on the field before the game, and the coin toss was done by U.S. Army General Retired Peter Schoonmaker, and a huge presence of men and women in uniform, in fact seated very near to the broadcast location. And a terrific crowd continuing to file in here tonight for this game as the home Spartans look to keep their perfect record intact and trying to get their 10th consecutive victory to start the 2025 schedule. It is 66 degrees, and the starting goaltenders tonight for the home Tampa Spartans will be Connor Terrio, and for Florida Tech, it will be Jax Francisco. And the Spartans dressed all in white, and they start off going from right to left. and Florida Tech going from left to right. And there's the opening face-off. For the Spartans, that was Michael Flores, as the Spartans with the game's opening possession. Right out in front, they score that quickly. The Spartans just 20 seconds into the game. And as the fans continue to file in, they've already missed the opening goal. As Davis Lindsay beats goaltender Jackson Francisco. And for Davis Lindsay, that is goal number 17 on the season. And Flores wins that next faceoff as it goes down into the far corner. On the far side of the field, that is Lindsay. And now it comes to this side as Kemp sends it up top, and Ortega over for Ronan Sanchez, who flips over a pass, and now looking to go one-on-one was Zach Friend. Pulls up, sends a bounce pass over, bobbled a bit there by Sanchez, and it's thrown away. And possession does stay with U Tampa. We are 59 seconds into the game, and yes, we do already have a goal. And the Spartans looking to add to it as the goal scorer, Lindsay, has it here on the near side. Up top it goes, a long shot coming by Sanchez, and that one went out of play. 31 seconds remain on the shot clock. Right back in it comes. Here's Lindsay to work again. Davis Lindsay circles around the net, tries to fight off a check. Nice pass made, no shot there for Kemp. Gives it instead to Ortega, back to Kemp. And to Ortega again, 15 on the shot clock now. And there's a long shot coming. Oh, hit the goalpost, Zach Friend. And that one bounces all the way out to midfield. And chasing after it was Jack Huntington. However, possession to Florida Tech, so they will get their first offensive opportunity of the game. And away goes Thomas Strong. Sends a pass down into the corner as Valenti sent it behind the net. Back over here now, up top to Strong again. Thomas Strong couldn't beat the defender, sent the pass over. There's a shot, they score. Answering back, Aiden Addison. And Florida Tech ties it up 2 minutes, 10 seconds into the game.
Aiden Addison, this goal was on the system.
Following that goal by the Panthers, and the face-off specialist for U Tampa, Michael Flores, out there again, and his team in possession as he heads off the field. And that was Devin Rasmus, still is Devin Rasmus, and now leaves a pass back for Kemp. Up top with it, that's Green. And I believe that the Spartans, as I mentioned, this being Military Appreciation Night, I believe they have underneath their jerseys, it looks like I see camouflage protruding in the form of sleeves on the Spartans uniforms. As working for a shot, nice defense there by the Panthers, and it's thrown away. That was Rafe Bradshaw. So nice to see the carryover by the student athletes themselves to carry over the military appreciation theme. Meanwhile, the Panthers in possession here as they go back to work. having tied this game up after having given up the opening goal in the game's first 20 seconds. And now Strong is being watched up top by Shane Leonard. Pass over. Looking for some room was Jacob Turpek. Gives it back to Strong. There's a bounce shot. He scores! Thomas Strong called his name a lot already in the early going and picks up goal number 7 on the season and gives his team its first lead of the game at 2-1, 3 minutes 47 seconds into the game. And really impressive to see the big crowd here tonight. This entire seating area just packed. And no surprise, the number 1 ranked team in the nation and this perfect 9-0 record and a perennial powerhouse in men's lacrosse. As you see the home team in possession now, and off with it goes Conley Stone, and gave it to Lindsay. Davis Lindsay being checked. Back now for Kemp. Up top it comes for Sanchez, and flips it into the middle of the field, and Friend sends a pass over to Tommy Ortega, who just stepped on the field. Ortega across the Panthers line for Sanchez. Sanchez takes a shot and it goes wide and out of play. Possession stays with U Tampa. And they'll put it back in from the far corner. Now behind the net, Davis Lindsay is bumped. Looking for an open teammate in front. Lots of red shirts there. There's a pass for Sanchez that missed. And a bunch of them battle for the loose ball. And Ryan Kemp jumped up in there, and coming away with it was Ronan Sanchez. 20 seconds on the shot clock now. Kemp, as the Spartans will need to be mindful of that. 15. Pass over to the far side of the field. Ortega looks like he wants to shoot. 9 on the shot clock. Ortega takes a bounce shot, and a nice save made there by Francisco. The shot clock resets, of course. And U Tampa still in possession. Nice job there to preserve the possession. And now a fresh shot clock. Kemp missed it. And this is going to be turned over. And the Panthers will start back the other way. On the run, there's a nice pass in front. They score! Andrew Walenti, very precise as he puts that top corner over the shoulder of Spartans goaltender Connor Terrio. And the Panthers with a 3-1 lead, 5:27 into this game. And for Walenti, that is goal number 6 on the season. Well, the Spartans had won all 4 of the faceoffs to this point, and a faceoff violation called there. And so the Panthers trying to seize on the momentum of having taken this 3-1 lead in possession here, as it's on the far side of the field. And now back over here for Van Esselston. To the corner it goes. Working back there is Walenti. Little spin move. Now sends a pass over for Kovaleski. Taken away. And Pasquarella gives it back to his goaltender, Terrio. And he gets a return pass from Jack Huntington. Up it goes. Look out as Pasquarella sidestepped Van Esselston. And now the Spartans back to work on offense. Kemp puts it behind the net. Lindsay to the other side of the field it goes. Up top, Grant Green.
Oh, yes, okay.
And here's Bradshaw. Rafe Bradshaw has a step, and the shooting lane closed up. As nice defense there by Steve Ulrichs. Ryan Kemp trying to break out. Thought of shooting from what would have been a tough angle. They work it to the other side. And up top it comes. There's a pass over for Kemp. Up top with some room to shoot. There it comes. Scores! Rafe Bradshaw, he was wide open. Took one or two steps in and fires it past Jax Francisco. And the Spartans cut the deficit to 3-2, 7 minutes, 12 seconds into this opening quarter. And for Bradshaw, that is goal number 6 on the season. Ryan Kemp with the assist. And now the faceoff at midfield, and that's won by the Spartans. That one was taken by Jordan Naso. To the far corner, now behind the net. And over for Kemp. Kemp up top for Friend. To the middle of the field, and Ortega will send it over to Sanchez. Running Sanchez bumped. Puts on the brakes. Sanchez sends a pass behind the net. Pass out in front, and oh, what a save there. As Ryan Kemp had a great look at the net. And the Panthers able to corral the rebound. And the goaltender, Francisco, runs it up. Francisco stops at the restraining line. And now fires a pass ahead that connects with Canaway. To the middle of the field it comes to Strong. And he sends a long pass down into the Spartans' end of the field. And it's in behind the UTampa net. This is Walenti back up top to Strong once more. Turpak sends it over to the other side of the field. As Aiden Addison tries to go one-on-one. Now fires a pass behind the Spartans' net. Patient in behind the net. Stetcher looking for an open teammate. 25 on the shot clock for the Panthers. Up top it goes for Turpak. Now over for Strong. 20 on the shot clock. Strong puts his shoulder down, takes a shot that goes wide and out of play. 15 seconds on the shot clock as the Panthers on the restart behind the net. And nice job by the defense. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see if they'll get one away. The Panthers, they do. And a good save there by Connor Terrio. And the fans recognizing that. There's a pass that doesn't connect. And picked up, no. It looked like it was going to be scooped up initially by Harry Boland for the Spartans, but back go the Panthers the other way. 5.5 to go in the first quarter, 3-2 in favor of the visiting Florida Tech Panthers. Trying to build on their current 2-game winning streak against their cross-state Sunshine State Conference rival, Tampa Spartans. There's a pass that goes into the corner. Chased behind the net. Nothing inside for Walenti. Pass up top. Nice job pulling that down by Van Esselston. And on the run with it, Cornwell. To the corner it goes. And now in behind the Spartans' net. Nice little spin move by Stetcher. Pass is knocked down, and Terrio pulls it down. And they're going to call a push on the Spartans. And so a reset of the shot clock in the process. And so the Panthers continue their possession. And this is Drew Hafner. His pass to the corner behind the Spartans' net. And they tried to get him, and the pass misses. The return pass intended for Hafner that rolled out of bounds, as Drew Hafner will run off the field for the Panthers while the Spartans started up. There's a pass that goes across midfield. That's Bradshaw. who has one of the 2 Spartan goals. Send it to the far side of the field. And now up top, nifty little footwork there. And looked like we were going to see a shot taken by Zach Johnson, not at the time as he goes down. Pass connects, however, with Green. And now back to Johnson. Johnson takes a shot, scores! What a laser from Zach Johnson, tying the game at 3 with 3:38 to go in the first quarter as he fires it up over the left shoulder of goaltender Jax Francisco. And for Zach Johnson, that is his first goal of the season. Playing in game number 6 of 2025 for him tonight. And there's a loose ball picked up by the Spartans. Pascarella drops it off for Kemp, and Kemp fires it up ahead as Davis Lindsay gives it back to him, and Kemp waits as the Spartans were making personnel changes. Friend gives it to Ortega, and now to the far side of the field to Ronan Sanchez. Sanchez bumped, fakes the pass, carries on behind the Panthers' net. Sanchez still with it now to Lindsay, and over it comes to Friend. Behind the net it goes out of bounds, and possession remains with Tampa. And they restart as Davis Lindsay sends it up top. Tommy Ortega thought for a second about shooting, pass instead to Sanchez. Sanchez fights off a defender, gets the pass behind the Panthers' net. Coming out in front, bounce shot taken by Friend, and that one goes out of play. .24 on the shot clock as the Spartans continue this possession. Behind the net is Lindsay. Up top it goes to Ortega. Ortega has a shot, and it goes wide and out of play. Spartans are going to need to hurry up a little bit. Just 12 left on the shot clock now. Here goes Friend. Pass in front. Oh, just glanced off the stick of Bashaw, and it's going to roll out of bounds. And so the Panthers will take over. .205 to go in the opening quarter. Spartans took a 1-0 lead in the game's first minute. Panthers ripped off 3 straight, and Tampa has since tied the game. As you see, the Panthers working deep in behind the Spartans' net. That's Jacob Turpak. Pops out the other side, hit the goalpost, and Terrio was looking for it. And now coming down with it for the Panthers was Godomski. And up top, Addison playing catch with Strong. Addison goes to the other side of the field to Turpak, and they send it down behind the Spartans' net. A little spin move there by Kovaleski. No shot there, as you saw Turpak cruise past the net. 30 seconds still in the shot clock, and the Spartans cause a turnover. They do. And off to the races they go. This is Gordy Gombold. Pulls it. Oh, nice save there by Francisco, although it looked like it might have just been off the mark. And in transition, the Panthers back the other way quickly. No, that pass misses. And there to pick it up for Tampa was Jack Huntington, and his teammates go quickly back the other way. The first quarter, just 20 seconds remaining. So Tampa working for the last shot here before the quarter ends. As this is Davis Lindsay putting his shoulder down. Lindsay fights off a check, pass in front, no shot, ball is loose. and just 4 seconds left. And so the horn will go. There it is, and the quarter expires. An exciting first 15 minutes of lacrosse here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on Military Appreciation Night, 3-3 after one. We'll be back with the second after this on TampaSpartans.tv.
Company, Marine Corps Special Operations.
Back live and getting ready to start the second quarter. In the opening 15 minutes, the Panthers out shooting the Spartans 7-5. And the Spartans dominant in the face-off circle, winning 6 of the 7. And the game as close as it is on the scoreboard, even in the turnover department. 5 turnovers for UTampa and 4 for Florida Tech. The goalie saves 4 in that opening 15 minutes for Connor Terrio and 2 for Jax Francisco. The goal scorers for the home team, Rafe Bradshaw, Zach Johnson, and Davis Lindsay. And for the visitors, Andrew Walenti, Thomas Strong, and Aiden Addison have all found the back of the net. As the second quarter is underway, teams, of course, have changed ends. UTampa now going left to right. They have the opening possession of this second quarter. And trying to get what would be their first lead since 1-0. And that first goal of the game came just 20 seconds in. This is Ryan Kemp with it. Kemp behind the Panthers net, stops. Pass intended for Sanchez, missed. 2 of them chase it down. Sanchez battling there with Brett Nostos. And the Spartans able to come away still in possession and a fresh shot clock. And in behind the Panthers net it goes. That's Sanchez. Up top it comes. Friend. Zach Friend, long shot, wide and out of play. Davis Lindsay on the restart. Lindsay, a nifty little move, gets around the defender, pass up top, long shot, no. Sanchez takes a bounce shot, and a nice save there by Francisco. And the Panthers able to pick up the rebound. And away they go, hold on, the pass misses. And now scooped up by Gavin Wessel. Plays it back to his goaltender, Francisco. Francisco across his own line. Now a pass immediately at midfield. And it's going to be turned over. Backcourt violation. And UTampa back to work again as Ortega flips it to Green, and Ortega trots off the field. And Spartans head coach J.B. Clark making some personnel changes. There's a long shot, scores! And a goal by Zach Johnson that looked just like his first one from downtown. And one that you might call a no-doubter. That ball had eyes. And basically the same place. And I have to start to wonder, without overstating it, if maybe the Spartans have gone to school on Francisco and decided up over his left shoulder is the sweet spot. Unassisted goal for Johnson as the Panthers win the ensuing faceoff. Picked up there at midfield by Canaway. And now that's Richmond for Strong. In the middle of the field, Addison sends it over to the other side. Richmond, pass in the middle, Strong, and a nice save there by Terrio. The Spartans on the run after that rebound. And quickly the other way is Rasmus. Gives it to Kemp. Kemp, checked from behind, holds on, sends a pass deep behind the Panthers' net. Now to this side of the field. Bashaw relays it behind the net as Lindsay sent it over to Kemp, got it right back. Lindsay starts his move. And too much from the defender as up top it goes in front. Oh, hit the goalpost. Spartans have hit some goalposts here early. And Jax Francisco no doubt will turn and thank the pipe for another stop. As Tampa heads behind the net, pass in front, and that one shot goes wide and out of play off the stick of Grant Green. On the restart, Lindsay looking for an open teammate, goes way up top with it. And a shot coming, scores! Rafe Bradshaw on the run and gets his second goal of the game, and the Spartans into their first 2-goal lead of the game. It's 5-3, 3 minutes, 56 seconds into the second quarter. We're going to see Shael Sager opposing Michael Flores on that faceoff. Panthers in possession. Pass over to this side of the field, and up top it goes. And now the Panthers try the other side. Hafner. Drew Hafner being chased over there by Conley Stone. Gets it right back. Hafner playing catch with Jack Cornwell. And now Richmond wants to go one-on-one. Got a step on Casara. Send it in behind the Spartans' net. Richmond bumped. Pass for Van Esselston. And Esselston sends it over. And a bounce shot. Panthers there to get it. And looking for a shooting lane was Richmond. Bounced it. And that one's going to go to the far side. And nice play by the Spartans to pull it down. And off to the races they go. It's Harry Boland on the run. Boland is slowed down. And he'll head off the field as he drops off a pass for Ortega. Ortega across the line. Kemp fires it behind the Panthers net. Lindsay back to Kemp. And here goes Friend. Content to take it wide. And now down behind the Panthers net. Changes hands. Flips it over for Lindsay. Davis Lindsay being marked closely by Van Esselston. And finally gives up a pass. And up top, Ortega cuts in, sends a pass behind the net. Pass in front, missed. Intended for Lindsay, but Kemp able to come down with it for the Spartans. Ryan Kemp has a lane, shoots, scores! Ryan Kemp went 5-hole on Jax Francisco, and the Spartans now have a 6-3 lead, 8:52 remaining here in the opening half. And Ryan Kemp, it was a matter of time before he got on the scoreboard. That is a team leading 27th goal of the season. And we're going to have a timeout called here. And we will take a timeout as well and be back with more lacrosse after this on TampaSpartans.tv.
Beside our normal concessions, check out Rapisi's Italian.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Florida Tech head coach Brad MacArthur done talking to his troops after that timeout. And now we'll get the face-off. Is Shael Sager out there again for Florida Tech. And for the Spartans, he was opposed by Jordan Naso. Possession to the Panthers. And let's see if Brad MacArthur's timeout and his talk with his players results in them closing what is now a 3-goal deficit. At one time was a 2-goal lead. So the Spartans have scored 5 straight. It was a 3-1 Panther lead. And now there is a goal. Florida Tech responds. And that's Andrew Valenti. And that is his second goal of the game, and it's unassisted. And Valenti now at 7 goals on the season. Sager again here for the Panthers on this faceoff. And I believe the Spartans have gone back to Michael Flores. Indeed, it is. And he wins that one, as it's actually picked up by Pasquarella. AJ Pasquarella, hold on, he's checked. The ball comes loose. And Pasquarella able to pick it back up in traffic and gets a pass up ahead to Bashaw. Jackson Bashaw, as you saw, the long stick. Jaden Griggs And now Davis Lindsay for the Spartans back behind the Panthers net to the far side of the field it goes. Working over there is Bradshaw. Pass front, scores! The quick stick by Jackson Bashaw, and the Spartans answer right back. It's 7-4 with 7:39 remaining in the second quarter.
Tampa goal scored by number 13, Jackson Bashaw. The assist to number 30, Rafe Bradshaw.
Bradshaw gets the assist as Bashaw gets goal number 19 on the season. I had said that it was a matter of time before Ryan Kemp got himself into the goal column coming into tonight's game as the Spartans' leading goal scorer. Well, Bashaw is the number 2 goal scorer coming into tonight. And head coach J.B. Clark gets goals from his first and second leading scorers as his team back into a 3-goal lead. Panthers with the ball, however. To the near side of the field it comes. That was Danny Richmond. And up top, Strong sends it over to the other side of the field. It's Addison. Aiden Addison, a little spin move, and the ball comes free, and the Spartans able to cause the turnover. And here they go. Crossing midfield. Pasquarella, 2 Panthers on him, and gets a pass away. And correction, that was Dom Rotura. That was 8, not 6. Rotura and not Pasquarella. Meanwhile, behind the Panthers' net, Lindsay gets a pass away. Up top it comes for Sanchez. Over for Friend, who just stepped on the field. Friend on the run and is chased by the Panthers' defense. Tommy Ortega, long shot, and that one goes wide and out of play. And it is a packed stadium here tonight watching the Sunshine State Conference matchup as the Spartans on the restart, 35 on the shot clock. Working from the far corner, Sanchez, pass in the middle, bounce shot, and they score. The outstretched leg of Jax Francisco was not enough.
Tampa goal scored by number 13,
As Jackson Bashaw
The assist, number 20, Davis Lindsay.
gets on the board. And balanced scoring for the home team. Davis Lindsay with the assist. And now the faceoff at midfield. It's Carter Batt this time for Florida Tech. And UTampa sticks with Michael Flores. And that is Flores who comes out with it. Flores, a little shovel pass for Desi Arup. Behind the net it goes. Lindsay, pass over for Kemp. And they'll send it all the way back up top. Rafe Bradshaw across the Panthers line. Bradshaw turns. Bradshaw has a shooting lane, opts to send it back behind the Panthers net. And there's a pass in the middle. And they'll send it down behind the Panthers net again. Back up top it comes. Good ball movement here by the Spartans. Firing it down into the near corner. And the shoulder down, Ryan Kemp scores. And a similar play to the last goal, just flip it to the other side of the field as Jax Francisco kicked out that right leg and not able to stop the Spartan offense, which suddenly is erupting here. They had scored 3 goals in the first quarter and now have 6 here in the second, and still 5 minutes, 15 seconds remaining before the half. A 5-goal lead for the home team. And once again, that was Carter Batt posing Michael Flores. Panthers, you see, in possession here. And they need to get to work. falling behind by 5. It's Richmond. This pass, as it's worked on the far side of the field, they send it now behind the Spartans' net. Back there it goes again. And carrying on, there's a long shot that goes out of play by Drew Hafner. And they put it back in from the near corner. That's Cornwell. Cornwell being marked by Desi Arup. And Terrio able to settle that one and pushes it up ahead. However, picking it back up, Aiden Casara, after he started to run without the ball. Back the other way, Pasquarella's shot goes wide now to play. Exactly 4 minutes left. As Bashaw sends it up top. Sanchez gets past the defender, and a second defender slides over to help out. Sanchez, a pass to the far side. Up top it comes to Friend. Friend gets around the defender, pulls back, sends it over to the other side. Sanchez fakes the shot, now breaks in. Oh, hit the goalpost again. Spartans have hit more goalposts in the first half than some teams hit in an entire game. And now the Panthers started up. Oh, acrobatic play by Jax Francisco, the goaltender, pull that one down. And Florida Tech just gets across midfield. And a flag thrown. And we're going to have a call here against the Spartans. The game's first penalty. As the Panthers, in the meantime, have it up top in the person of Jacob Turpak. Turpak on the run, looks in the corner, continues to hold it, takes it behind the net, starts his move, and comes back this way. Now there's a pass, and no shot available for Addison. This is Turpak again, behind the net it goes. Up top, Strong tries to cut inside, nice job sliding over to help out. It was Rex Kesselring. And there's a pass that goes out of play. And so we'll get the stoppage and the penalty call, as the yellow flag, I feel, has been on the field for quite some time. The Panthers sustained ball movement there, sustained possession. And so with just 2:16 left here in the second quarter, we'll get the first call, which is going to be a 30-second offside penalty against Rex Kesselring. So the Spartans, a man short, decide to call a timeout. We will do the same and be back with the remaining 2:16 of the first half here on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
I'm Bruce Wozniak. Thank you for spending your Saturday night with us. And following the Spartans timeout, the Panthers going to work man up. And they send it over to the far side of the field. Now back over into the near corner. And there's a pass up top quickly for Turpak, who sends it over strong with a shot. And Terrio, an acrobatic save. And just 8 seconds left in the call against Kesselring. And the Spartans will be successful in killing this off, as there it finally, the final second ticks off. And carrying on is Pasquarella. Pasquarella and a whistle. And we're going to have another timeout called by U Tampa, and we'll take another break and be back after this on TampaSpartans.tv. Back live, 97 seconds to go here in the first half. Spartans with that timeout. They now resume in behind the Panthers net. And a pass over to this side of the field to Lindsay. Up top it goes as Johnson pushed it up top. Green fires it to the other side of the field. And now Bradshaw gets it right back. And it'll come back over now for Johnson, playing catch with Green. And there is quite a discrepancy in the game clock and the shot clock. So I don't know that J.B. Clark would have called that timeout and told them, let's work to get the last shot. There's a good 38 seconds difference. And there's a shot and a nice save made by Francisco. And so the Panthers perhaps now with a chance, unless they're going to go to work right away and try to get a quick one. Bring it down is Josephson. And up top it goes to Strong. Over now for Addison. Ball in the far corner, 25 to go in the second quarter. And a whistle, as I believe that Brad MacArthur is going to call a timeout for his Florida Tech Panthers. So we will take what should be one final timeout and be back with the remaining 18 seconds of the first half after this on TampaSpartans.tv. The Florida Tech Panthers trying for one more goal here in the final 18 seconds of this first. And let's see what head coach Brad MacArthur drew up during that timeout as they started from behind the Spartans net. A pass in the middle, it comes, a shot doesn't get through. The Spartans get the rebound, and the horn goes to end the first half of play. And the Spartans with a big second quarter as they outscore the Panthers 6-1 and go into halftime with a 5-goal lead at 9-4. They lead in shots on goal 13-10. Although the Panthers have closed the gap somewhat in the face-off department, it's 9-6 in that category in favor of U Tampa. Turnovers, 8 in the first half for the Panthers, 7 for the Spartans. So we will go into the halftime break and come back with the third quarter in 15 minutes on TampaSpartans.tv. 10 minutes. Back live and ready to start the second half after an extended halftime due to this being Military Appreciation Night and a nice ceremony recognizing all branches of the military. And now play back underway as the Spartans with a 9-4 lead. And as I mentioned going into the break, that courtesy of a 6-1 second quarter that they outscored the Panthers. And here are the Spartans going back to work offensively to start this third quarter, trying to extend their season opening winning streak to what would be 10 games if they can pull out the victory tonight. And there's a pass for Kemp. Kemp will take it back behind the Panthers net. Now pops out, looks for a pass in front, goes up top instead. Friend, a long shot coming. Oh, hit the goal post. That one went goal post, crossbar, and out. And I would dare to say that Jack Francisco's 4 saves are probably matched at this point by the same number of goal posts that Tampa has hit. And that is not an exaggeration. Friend leaves a pass. Kemp fakes the shot, spins. Amazing goal, Ryan Kemp. What a highlight reel goal as Tampa gets on the board 69 seconds into this third quarter.
Spartan goal, his third of the game, scored by number 4, Ryan Kemp. His goal, unassisted.
An unassisted goal for Kemp, who now has 3 to go with 1 assist. And the Spartans have hit double digits. A 6-goal lead. As we see Michael Flores out there, he was opposed by Shael Sager. And the Panthers are awarded possession. And it started in the person of Jacob Turpak, who sent it over to the other side, got it right back. And now Turpak starts across the Spartans line. Turpak starts his move towards the net, goes in behind the net. There's a nice pass that connects. Oh, and a big check as a big collision. And the flags were thrown. A tremendous hit applied there. And the Spartans goaltender Connor Terrio is up. But let's make sure that he's going to be all right, as there was a huge collision in the goal crease and the officials talking it over. And Terrio, look at the good sportsmanship there as he shakes hands with the Panthers' Joe Kovaleski. And amazing that everybody seems to be okay. And in the meantime, the official over on the far side of the field signaling to the scores table, no goal. And let's see what we're going to get in terms of the 2 penalty flags that had been thrown.
Tampa penalty to number 6, A.J. Pascarella. 1 minute for an illegal body check.
An illegal body check call, 1 minute against Tampa's A.J. Pascarella. And so after all that, a man-up opportunity for the Panthers as they send it in behind the Spartans net. Now back over to Lozito. And Gary Lozito gets it right back. Sends it up top as quickly Turpak moves it to the other side. Down low it goes and back over to this corner up top. No shot for Turpak. The pass to Strong and his shot went wide and out of play. Still Florida Tech ball. And if you just joined us, you see the 10-4 score. The Panthers had actually led this game at one point by a score of 3-1. As you see it still in their possession and on the near side of the field as the shot clock ticks down to just 10 seconds. And they tried the quick stick on the corner, but Danny Richmond couldn't get the follow through. And it bounces on the far side, but the shot clock expires, so it will be turned over. And the Spartans bobbled there at midfield by Dom Rotura. And now it's picked up by Conley Stone. Drops off a pass to Ryan Kemp. And the Spartans making personnel changes as play continues. Up top it comes for Zach Johnson. He has 2 goals in this game. Pass goes behind the Panthers net, bobbled. 2 of them chase it down, 1 for each team. And not able to keep it in for Tampa. That was Jackson Bashaw. As you see, Strong with it now for the Panthers. Pass over, shot coming, and it goes wide and out of play. Andrew Walenti puts it back in for the Panthers. Sends it up top for Thomas Strong. To the other side of the field it goes. Turpak tries to get around Grant Green. Up top, Addison gives it up, and this is Stetcher in the middle. Pass misses, loose ball, and 2 Spartans will chase after it. And do they come away with it? The official on the far side of the field blowing the whistle, and possession stays with Florida Tech. A fresh shot clock. That's Addison playing catch there with Stetcher. Behind the Spartans net it goes. Quick pass over, and behind the net, stepping out in front and missing the net was Kowaleski as it goes out of play. And the Panthers on the restart with 35 left on the shot clock. A little spin move. And Van Esselston sends it up top. Trying to fight his way through Stetcher and being chased there by Bradshaw. Behind the Spartans net it goes. 10 on the shot clock. Strong, a pass in the middle. There's a shot. And Stetcher, see it go wide and out of play. And the Panthers, with just 3 seconds on the shot clock, will turn it over. And now Tampa starts it out. Terrio sends a pass up ahead and connects with Ortega. And 8 turnovers for each team thus far. Up top with it, Friend for Ortega, and to the other side of the field, that's Ronan Sanchez on the run. Sanchez drops it behind the net. Over now for Friend. Up top it comes to Ortega. Ortega drops a pass back. Friend over quickly. Long shot coming by Lindsay. And 2 of them chase after it. And the official on the back line says possession for Tampa. And the Panthers fans that are here voicing their displeasure with that decision. There's a bounce shot that's going to go wide and out of play off the stick of Ronan Sanchez. Up top it comes to Zach Friend. Friend, a little spin move. Drops off a pass. Sanchez, long shot coming, and that goes wide and out of play off the stick of Tommy Ortega. And Ryan Kemp will put it back into play for the Spartans, and does. Kemp steps away from a defender. Kemp sends it up top. Lindsay. Pass doesn't connect, however, backing it up was Ortega. And Tommy has some room, takes a shot, scores! Tommy Ortega firing it past Jax Francisco from downtown with 8:01 to go in the third quarter. It is a 7-goal Spartan lead. And it's Tommy Ortega, the latest Spartan to join the scoring parade. That is goal number 15 on the season for him. Ball is loose, and we have an injured player on the field for the Spartans as they still battle for the loose ball. And a Spartans player that is still in distress, and finally they blow the whistle. And we will take a break while they tend to the injured player and be back with more after this on TampaSpartans.tv. And we are back. Jordan Naso was the injured Spartan who just now, this moment, crossed over the line, getting off the field over to the Spartan sideline. Fortunately, able to walk off under his own power as play resumes. And we will keep an eye on Jordan Naso on the Spartan sideline. In the meantime, the Panthers starting back the other way. That's Max Watson. And up ahead it goes. Van Esselston. And now he sends a pass back. McNamara. Robert McNamara takes it all the way down behind the Spartans' net. He's bumped there by Green. Still has it. And now sends it up top on the far side. And they relay it right back down behind the Spartans' net. There's a pass up top that misses and pulled back down by McNamara. Plenty of time on the shot clock for the Panthers. We do have a flag on the field. We're going to have a call against the Spartans coming up. And looking for some room, changing hands, scores! Brooks Van Esselston. And that one was on a line and beats Connor Terrio low to give Florida Tech their first goal of the third quarter. The score now 11-5 with 6:28 remaining, and unassisted goal. And for Van Esselston, that is goal number 7 on the season. And the face-off at midfield. And that was Michael Flores for UTampa and Shael Sager for the Panthers. And away for the Spartans goes Pascarella and sends a pass to Kemp down behind the Panthers net. And there's a shot and a nice save there by Francisco off the stick of Davis Lindsay. They reset the shot clock. Play resumes. Lindsay with it still. For Friend. And up top, Ortega looked to the other way and gives it back to Friend on this side of the field. Friend starts his move. No shooting lane there. And he has to back up. Gives the pass for Kemp. Kemp, a nice little spin move. Kemp looking for an open teammate. Takes a shot and set and scores. Ryan Kemp answers right back for the Spartans after the Panthers had scored. And the 7-goal Spartan lead is restored. It's 12-5 as Ryan Kemp gets his 4th goal of the game. An unassisted tally with 5:28 remaining here in the third quarter. And 4 in this game for Ryan Kemp means that he now has hit 30 goals on the season. And on the faceoff, it's kicked at by Flores. And here go his Spartan teammates the other way again. And a quick shot by Devin Rasmus goes out of play. On the restart, Davis Lindsay. Lindsay looking for an open teammate. Fires it behind the Panthers net. To this side of the field it comes. Kemp up top. And Green fires it over to the other side of the field. And they bump there. Green with a low shot scores! Grant Green. And the Spartans' lead grows to 8 with 4:49 left. 13-5. Zach Johnson picking up the assist as another player joins the scoring parade for J.B. Clark's Tampa Spartans. That is goal number 11 on the season for Grant Green. And face-offs, by the way, 13 for the Spartans, 7 for the Panthers, not counting that one. Panthers approach Spartans line. Strong. Pass over for Addison. To the other side of the field it goes. Some bumping and right down the lane, and a nice shot, a nice play there by Jacob Turpak. And the Panthers answer back to make it 13-6 with 4:09 remaining in the third quarter, an unassisted goal. And for Turpak, that is goal number 7 on the season. Panthers started back again, across the Tampa line. That's McNamara. And they start it back up top over here to Van Esselston. And Esselston has a shooting lane, opts to take it down into the corner instead. And Esselston turns, drops a pass back. Looking for an open teammate is Kovalevsky. Pass over to the other side of the field. Nice little fake, although it's sent back behind the Spartans net. That's Richmond. Andy Richmond being chased there by Pascarella. Richmond can't shake him. 30 on the shot clock. Able to knock it free. Let's see who comes away with it. A bunch of them battle for the loose ball. And coming out of the pack with it is the Spartans. And off to the races goes Dom Rotura. Flips a pass for Rasmus. Now Kemp. Ryan Kemp backs up. Kemp looking over to his sidelines. And now starts his move. Kemp has room, takes a shot, and it goes wide and out of play. And now it'll be put back into play by Kesselring. Flips it for Lindsay. And this is Ortega on the other side. Ortega puts his head down. A second defender collapses on him. And so they send it behind the net. Lindsay over here to Kemp now. Up top, Sanchez. Zach Friend across the Panthers line. Friend stops, looks, sends a pass across. Sanchez. No shot opportunity there. Dropped by Ortega. He chases it down. Ortega for Friend. And over now for Davis Lindsay. Lindsay got a pick from Sanchez, not able to exploit it. And up top it goes for Friend. 10 on the shot clock for the Spartans. Friend sees it, sends a pass down low. And there's a shot taken. It goes wide and out of play. And so it'll be turned over on a shot clock violation. Florida Tech needing a whole bunch here. They not only need as many goals as they've scored the entire game, but one more than that just to tie it. As we are down to 95 seconds left here in the third quarter. These two teams had actually started the season playing against one another over on the other coast in Melbourne way back on the 1st of February, a game won by the Spartans by a score of 15-6. And they lead this one by a score of 13-6 with still more than 15 minutes to play. Less than a minute to go, a loose ball behind the Spartans net, and Tampa picks it up. And they'll just relay it to the goaltender, Terrio. Each goaltender with 6 saves thus far in this game. Shots on goal are 19-12 in favor of the Spartans. A big collision there. And 2 more players hit the deck. Possession stays with the Spartans as Green fires it over. Zach Johnson on the far side of the field. Johnson into the corner. Being watched closely. A nice switch defensively back there by the Panthers. Pass out in front. Oh, and Francisco knocked it down himself. And he gets a pass away as the horn goes to end the third quarter of play. The Spartans in a big 13-6 lead. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this break on TampaSpartans.tv.
Information on the University of Tampa Athletics. Please follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube.
barring a remarkable comeback by the visitors, we are headed to the game's final 15 minutes as Tampa in a big 13-6 lead. And an update, Jordan Naso, who left the field with an injury, has been spotted on the Spartans sideline, standing on his own with his helmet on. Both good signs. And we will continue to keep an eye on him. I believe Naso's actually out on the field right now. And it looks like he's all the way on the far side. So a good sign there, and maybe good karma that I was talking about him. And here he is back out on the field to play. So good news for Spartans fans is Jordan Naso in the game right now. And there's a shot that goes wide off the stick of Friend. The opening minute of the fourth quarter. Two Sunshine State Conference rivals going at it here in West Central Florida, playing each other for the second time in this regular season after having started 2025 against one another. Looking for a shot was Kemp, and now drops it off for Friend. 15 on the shot clock, and up top it goes to Ortega. Ortega is going to shoot and score! Top shelf over the right shoulder of Jax Francisco, and 1 minute 21 seconds into this fourth quarter. The Spartans lead grows to 14-6 as Tommy Ortega, unassisted goal, his second goal of the game, and he now has 16 on the season. And awaiting the faceoff at midfield. And that, in fact, was Jordan Naso that took that faceoff for the Spartans. This is Grant Green with it. Grant Green does have one of the Tampa goals. And if the Spartans get the next goal of the game, then it will match what the final score was when the two teams met back on the 1st of February, 15-6 for the Spartans. Right now, though, the Panthers with it on the far side of the field. And up top it comes for Lozito. Gary Lozito over to this side of the field now. Running it down towards the corner. Sends it deep behind the Spartans' net. That was Valenti. Pass to the other side of the field. In behind the Spartans' net now. Trying to wrap his way around out in front was Nicky Vreeland, who's from very close by, Wesley Chapel, Florida. And this is him with it again. Vreeland does get a shot away, and I believe Terrio may have gotten a piece of that one, as you saw it go out of play on the far side of the field. And now Kovalevsky puts it in for Florida Tech. Kovalevsky's bumped there by Rasmus. Up top it goes. 10 on the shot clock for the Panthers, dropped by Vreeland. Spartans' strong defense, and a shot clock is going to run out. And so Vreeland just throws it away for the visitors. As going back to retrieve it is Gordy Gombold, as the Spartans will start back down the other way. Ortega plays it back to his goaltender, and now Terrio sends a long pass up ahead that connects with Devin Rasmus. Rasmus will head off the field. And up near midfield is Ortega once again. To the other side it goes. That's Ronan Sanchez. Quick game of give and go with Zach Friend. Sanchez stops, leaves it back for Friend, over for Ortega now. Friend across the line, looking for an open teammate. Friend can't seem to shake the defender, now drops a pass off. And Sanchez looking for an opening. Sanchez takes a long shot, it goes wide and out of play. Possession stays with the Spartans, 22 seconds on the shot clock. And on the restart, this is Friend. There's a quick shot, scores! Jackson Bashaw with his third goal of the game. And a big 15-6 lead
This third of the game scored by number 13, Jackson
as there's still
Bashaw.
10:40 remaining, and the Spartans have equaled exactly what the score was from the opening game of the season when they beat these Panthers in their home stadium. Zach Friend gets the assist. And for Jackson Bashaw, he is now at 21 goals on the season. And face-off won nicely by Jordan Naso. And there's quick passing, they score again! Just like that, Rex Kesselring beats Francisco, and the rout is on as the Spartans lead by 10 with 10:32 to go here in the game. And Casara gets the assist as Kesselring joins the scoring parade. And for Rex, that is goal number 4 on the season. And now the face-off at midfield. And Naso thought he had it. Ball is still loose. And eventually picked up by Thomas Yavinsky. And now it's played back to the goaltender. Terrio comes up as far as his own restraining line and sends a pass over for Braden Crumey. And now it's on the far side of the field in the stick of Davis Lindsay. Lindsay on the move. Davis Lindsay actually scored the first goal of the game 20 seconds in. The Spartans have outscored the Panthers 15-3. It was 3-1 Florida Tech at one point, and now it's 16-6 in favor of U Tampa. The line score to this point for the Spartans, 3 goals in the first, 6 in the second, 4 in the third. They have 3 so far in the fourth. And for the Panthers, 3-1-2-0. As the Panthers, now they tried to get it across midfield and it was knocked down there. A nice play by Kesselring. And it's battled for on the far side of the field. And a big check by Shane Leonard. And play stops with 9:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. And 2 officials talking things over very near to the Spartans sideline as the third official comes over to join them. And I don't see a yellow flag on the field, so let's see what the call is going to be here as one of the officials is going over towards the scores table and now over to Brad MacArthur, the Panthers head coach. Nobody headed to the penalty area. And now 2 of the officials are going to confer once again. And let's see if maybe we are going to get a call after all. And looking ahead for the 2 teams following tonight's game, the Spartans will be back in action a week from today, a road game at 12 noon when they travel to Winter Park to play at Rollins. And for Florida Tech, their next game also will be a week from today. Sunshine State Conference play in Daytona Beach when they play at Embry-Riddle University. That is a 11 a.m. game. And meanwhile, the official all the way over at the scorers table now. And nothing has gone up on the scoreboard in the stadium. And in case you missed it at the beginning of the broadcast, this has been Military Appreciation Day. The UTampa and Florida Tech Army ROTC present. And the coin toss before the game started was done by U.S. Army General retired Peter Schoemaker. And now play resumes. Spartans in possession. And to work they go as Zach Johnson sent a pass over. And looking for a shot taken, and it goes out of play up the stick of Rafe Bradshaw. Nine minutes to go as UTampa trying to put a bow on their season opening 10th consecutive victory. They had come into tonight's game averaging exactly 13 goals per game, so that number will go up. And the Panthers had come in averaging exactly 11 goals per game. And so only at about half of that currently, with just 8:38 remaining. So the Spartans' average will go up, and unless the visitors go on a scoring parade, theirs will go down. As this is Zach Johnson now with a pass over for Bradshaw. And now gives it to Bashaw and gets it right back. No shooting lane there. They send it behind the net. Quick pass back out front. There's a shot and a nice save there by Francisco. Ball is loose. Nobody sees it for the Panthers. And eventually it was picked up as racing in to help out was Gavin Wessel. And now the Panthers get it across midfield. There's a pass, connects with Strong, takes a shot, scores! Thomas Strong. And the Panthers get their first goal of the fourth quarter. It is 16-7. As Thomas Strong gets his second goal of the game. And that is goal number 8 on the season. Strong had gotten the goal back in the first quarter that broke the 1-1 tie and gave the Panthers that early lead. And now he gets back into the goal column in the fourth quarter as here's the Spartans with it. And on the run, Jordan Naso. Up top it comes for Kesselring. Naso heads off the field. Zach Friend steps on. Ortega gives it to him. And then Conley Stone went off and Ronan Sanchez comes on. And that's Sanchez with it now. Sanchez trying to shake the defender. Pass over for Friend. Has a good look at the net. And a nice play defensively there for the Panthers by Steve Ulrichs, who deflected it as it went out of play. Friend with it now for the Spartans. Friend on the move, looking for an open teammate. Gives it to Sanchez, and now over for Ortega. Ortega drops a pass back for Davis Lindsay, and turned over. Here go the Panthers quickly back the other way. Ulrichs with the pass. Behind the net it goes. Over to this side now for Stetcher. Kovaleski sent it to the other side of the field. And they work it back up top. As this is Addison. Over now for Turpak. Up top, Addison weighing his options. As we're down to exactly 6 minutes left in the game. On the run, that's Turpak, puts his shoulder down. And nice defense there by Thomas Yavinsky for the Spartans. And here's Addison again. Addison gets inside. And good defense by U Tampa. Hold on, we have whistles. And play is halted with 5:38 remaining, as I believe we are going to get a timeout called by the Panthers. So we'll be back with more after this on TampaSpartans.tv. Back here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex, I'm Bruce Wozniak. Thank you for spending your Saturday evening with us here on TampaSpartans.tv. Sunshine State Conference play between the Spartans and the Panthers. Florida Tech working around the U Tampa net as Kovaleski sends a pass back. And tough defense, and we're going to get a flag thrown, a little too tough by Devin Rasmus as the shot clock expires, but a flag thrown, and so we're going to have a call here. Both teams are 0 for 2 thus far in this game with the extra man. This comes with 5:17 remaining in the game.
Penalty to number 18, Devin Rasmus, 30 seconds.
30 seconds for holding against Devin Rasmus of the Spartans. And the Panthers go to work with the extra man. Pulled down by Turpak. Quick pass over for Strong to the corner behind the Spartans net. And back up top to Turpak again. He tries this side of the field. Strong to the corner. There's a shot that goes wide and out of play. 5 seconds left in the Spartans penalty. Put back into play on the far side of the field. And up top it goes Turpak as the penalty expires. Spartans back at full strength. Turpak backing up. Being chased by Desi Arup, and the Spartans get the turnover. Here they are in transition across midfield. Goes Ratura, and not able to stay in bounds, and so the Panthers get it right back with 4:21 to go here in the fourth quarter. And we are going to get another timeout. I believe this one called by the Spartans. We will take a timeout as well and be back with more lacrosse after this on TampaSpartans.tv. And we are back following the timeout called by Spartans head coach J.B. Clark. And you see the Panthers in possession here. That's Van Esselston, and left it back for Hafner. Ahead it goes to Richmond. And now Van Esselston looks to the other side of the field. Pulled down by Richmond. Up top it goes, and to the other side of the field. Van Esselston looking for room to work, sends a pass down low, and behind the Spartans net it goes. Back there is Kovaleski. And a hard hit by Jack Huntington. Shot goes out of play. Possession stays with Florida Tech, however. Richmond gives it to Kovaleski. And turned over. And away will go the Spartans. Conley Stone sends a pass up ahead. Now he heads off the field. And UTampa making personnel changes. At Zach Johnson. Over it comes to Kesselring. And back to Johnson again. And now Aaron Cho. As it looks like head coach J.B. Clark starting to give some playing time to some of the non-regulars. As besides Cho, also in the game is Patrick Selhorn. And that is Selhorn chasing after the loose ball. Gavin Bomstad there as well, along with Sam Gotham. So Clark giving some playing time to some of his players that may not otherwise get the opportunity. There's a bounce pass by the Panthers. Mishandled, loose ball, kicked at by one of the Florida Tech players, and finally picked up by Ben Anton. And the Spartans have changed goaltenders. So a great performance from Terrio, and rewarded by getting the rest of the game off as Ryan Kaplan, sophomore from Harrison, New York, in between the pipes for the home team. Spartans working here on offense with 90 seconds remaining in the game. It's picked up by Zach Johnson. Over it goes for Cho. Aaron Cho turns the corner. Defended closely. A hit applied on Bomstad. And two players as Bomstad goes down. A loose ball, and the Panthers pick it up and go the other way. And look at Kesselring giving chase. Quick passing by the Panthers. They score. Jacob Turpak gets his second goal of the game. And it's 16-8 with 1:05 left in the game. And Turpak, his 8th goal of the season, as Kovalevsky gets the assist. And at midfield, that was Jordan Naso again on the faceoff for UTampa. We're down to 55 seconds left in the game as the Panthers here strong on the run, across midfield. Strong stops at the Tampa line, sends a pass to the far side, and now in behind the Spartans net. Over to this side, and quickly back up top again. Addison on the run. Pass for Strong. Gets inside, takes a one-handed shot, and Kaplan makes the save. Kaplan bringing it up himself and now sends it over to the other side. And we're down to just 10 seconds left as Cho Sends a pass for Kesselring, and he'll hold on to it as the clock ticks down. And there's the horn. The game is over. The Tampa Spartans have defeated the Florida Tech Panthers by a score of 16-8. And Tampa improves to a perfect 10-0 on the season. And no doubt will hold on to their #1 ranking in the country. And the 2-game win streak is stopped for the Panthers, as their overall won-loss record will drop to 4-5. As I mentioned, Connor Terrio, nice night in the net for the Spartans. He played 57 minutes and 20 seconds, allowed 7 goals, made 6 saves, and was relieved by Ryan Kaplan for the final 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Kaplan allowed 1 goal and made 1 save. At the other end of the field, Jax Francisco played the entire game in net for the Panthers. He gave up 16 goals and made 7 saves, so the final shots on goal were 23-15 in favor of Tampa. And the home team also wins the face-off category tonight, 18-10. Both teams committed 15 turnovers each. A big night on the score sheet for Ryan Kemp. He finishes the Spartans' offensive attack with 4 goals and 1 assist. And not to be overlooked, a 3-goal performance by Jackson Bashaw, as the Spartans got plenty of contributions up and down the lineup. 3 different players had 2 goals each, including Rafe Bradshaw and Zach Johnson, who also had an assist. Tommy Ortega also had 2 goals. And worth mentioning for the visiting Florida Tech Panthers, 2 goals each from Andrew Walenti, as well as Thomas Strong and Jacob Turpak. My thanks, as always, to Andre Pyatt. I'm Bruce Wozniak, thanking you for spending your Saturday night with us here on TampaSpartans.tv. The Spartans win it by a final score of